Hey everyone! In this video, I'm going to talk about how blending modes work in Premiere Pro, following the topics which we had about blending mode. There's a video here, and we want to see how we can add the blending modes on it and create a better picture. There are two photos here, and I want to add them to my picture. First, I bring this photo here and import it here, and then this other one. I turn this off because right now I want to work only with this photo. Well, I have this photo here and I want to work on it with blending modes. First, I change its size a little bit so that it will fit my original picture, and then go to the opacity folder and I have the blending mode button here. Well, what blending modes do for you is that two photos will overlap each other and the blending modes will determine what reaction our photo will have towards the photo on the bottom. It has different modes for color, hue, saturation, and other buttons which are inside this button. First, I remove this opacity here, the keyframe. Well, you know opacity completely. The first blending mode here is in normal. I can change it and set it on different modes. You can see how it changes my photo. And I can create a photo based on the features which I like. For example, when I click on overlay, you can see that the second photo will be overlaid on the first photo. I can change the opacity and change the amount of overlay. This can be very useful for color correction. Well, I set this on color burn and this opacity on 70. You can see that there are some remainings of the previous photo here. I can use the Gaussian blur effect and remove these parts and blur my photo a little bit using Gaussian blur. I can also use the masks. For example, I can choose a mask here like this. I change its size a little bit so I can choose only this photo. I use feather so that it will go to the other areas too. I can also change the expansion. You can see how my photo changes. For example, I set it on minus. Well, you can see how it has changed my photo. And a beautiful mask is created around my bird. I add the Gaussian blur on it so that the extra remainings will be removed. I go to the bottom layer again, top layer again, and add Gaussian blur. And now go to opacity. Remove the tick and you can see how different modes would change my photo. For example, I set this on linear burn and lowest percentage. I can reduce or increase it. I can also use the mask again, and this time set my mask on the bird again. You can see that it is like this is a default. I increased this. I also increased the expansion a little bit. And then I want this photo to be inverted and such photo to be created for me. You can see that when I take the inverted, the colors would be inverted for me here. You can see that this is the original photo, and these are the photos which I have changed. And this is how I could create a nice effect using blending modes in Premiere Pro. These are also useful in After Effects and Photoshop too. You can watch our previous course, which is about blending modes in Photoshop, and I've talked about its uses in Photoshop. You can also move the masks here. You can use mask paths and make them move. And now that you have a desired photo, you can change the blend modes here and see how the colors and the modes would change for you in different settings. You can change these based on the project you have and the goal you have. The thing here is that you must pay close attention to the kind of photo you choose. For example, here I have this photo and this other one, which have two different colors. You can download different kinds of wallpapers with different colors from the internet and add them to your photos. I hope you've enjoyed this training. Thank you for watching this video. You can click on the link below to subscribe to our channel, where we have plenty of more videos for you.